Alright, here's the second part of our review. So now we're doing a line parallel to a given line, which essentially means the slope has to be equal, which means I can use right away negative a over b, which is negative 2/5, or if you're uncomfortable with that, you can just solve for y. So 5y equals negative 2x plus 10, and we divide everything by 5, we get negative 2/5 x plus 2. So now I'm given a slope, which is negative 2/5, and I have a point. So it's the same thing I did right above now. So y equals mx plus b. I'm going to put in 3 for my y, negative 2/5 times negative 4 plus b, and we're solving for b. So 3 equals negative 2/5 times 4 is simply 8/5 plus b. And now I'm going to multiply everything by 5 to get rid of the fraction. So when I do that, we get 15 equals 8 plus 5b. Alright, we subtract 8, we get 7 equals 5b, and 7/5 equals b. So the equation of my line is going to be y equals negative 2/5 x plus 7/5. Now, if I want to put that into standard form, okay, we're just going to multiply everything here by 5. So y equals negative 2/5 x plus 7/5. I'm going to multiply everything by y, or I'm sorry, by 5. We get 5y equals negative 2x plus 7. And then we add 2x to both sides. And we get 2x plus 5y equals 7. And if you want to check it, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 8, 15 equals 7. Now a line perpendicular, we're still going to get our slope. So once again, you can use the negative a over b, which is 3/2 in this case, or you can solve for y, which is probably easier for most of you. We divide everything by negative 2 here, I get positive 3/2 x minus 4. So the slope I'm going to be working with now is m equals negative 2/3. Since it's a perpendicular line, we don't use the exact slope. We take the opposite reciprocal. Now we go to our y equals mx plus b, and we get negative 2 equals my slope of negative 2/3 times a negative 1 plus b. Negative 2 equals 2/3, because negative 2/3 times negative 1 is a positive 2/3 plus b. Now I'm going to take this and multiply everything by 3 to get rid of the fraction. And we get negative 6 equals 2 plus b. Negative 8, oops, not 2 plus b, 2 plus 3b. We subtract the 2, we get negative 8 equals 3b. And my y-intercept is negative 8/3 equals b. Okay, now when I plug that in, we get y equals negative 2/3 x. I'm going to have to move this over a little bit, sorry. Negative 2/3 x minus 8/3. Don't put plus minus, that's going to throw you off. Now to put it in standard form, we're going to do 3 times y equals negative 2/3 x minus 8/3. Multiply everything by 3, 3y equals negative 2x minus 8. And we add 2x to both sides, 2x plus 3y equals negative 8. And you can plug your point in to check. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, negative 2 and negative 6 is negative 8. And finally onto the graphing. Essentially we're solving for y and then we're graphing the line. So 2y equals negative 3x minus 6. And when I divide everything by 2, y equals negative 3/2 x minus 3. Now we're going to have to move this 5x minus 3y equals 3. Okay, so now I have a y-intercept of -3. So I go to -3 on the y-axis, and I draw my point. I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, left 2. And then I'm going to go right 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2. Nope, I'm sorry, I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, right 2, excuse me. So, once again, from the y-intercept, up 3, left 2, down 3, right 2. And then we try and draw our line as best we can, as neatly as we can. Okay, and every point on that line, let me see if I can make that a little bit neater. Here, there we go. Okay, every point on this line should make my statement true. So if I were to pick one, let's pick -2, 0. 3 times -2 is -6, plus 2 times 0 is 0. -6 and 0 is -6. Here, we're going to subtract x on both sides. And now we're going to divide both sides by -3, so y equals, in this case, a 5/3 times x. -5 over -3 is a positive 5/3. 3 over -3 is a -1. So my y-intercept is a -1. We're going up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 3. 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 1, 2, 3. So positive slopes will always look like that. Okay, and here's going to be my line. Come through. And really, any point on this line should make this statement true. So let's try this point right here. -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. -3, -6. -3 times 5 is -15. -3 times -6 is +18. -15 and 18 is 3. So therefore, it must be true.